Dear students, welcome to the Computational Finance, which is the elective offered from the Finance Analytics. In today's discussion, we are going to discuss about what are all the different types of analytics used by the fintech firms. Since fintech firms are growing in India in a mushroom level, we have to study about the concept of analytics used in fintech firms, and we are going to discuss about what are all the concepts beyond the analytics. Next, what are all the USB of the fintech firms and the software used in the fintech firms. Then we will conclude about the analytics used in the fintech firm. That is the aim of this presentation. Coming to the fintech in India, you can see there are more number of fintech firms are coming. Around 6,600 fintech firms are coming in India, and it is growing in an exponential manner. Of course, now Reserve Bank of India given more guidelines. Some of the fintechs were moved out, but majority of the fintech firms, they changed their methodology and their analytics. And increasing number of payments, and even the more customers are moving towards the digital payments. Since digital payments are increasing, the fintech firms are targeting the customer how to make digital payments in an easiest manner. That is why the fintech firms are very, very particular about the users for remitting the amount in any sector, not only towards bank, but also towards the other people. You can see the analytics used in fintech firms. We are going to classify the analytics used in fintech firms in 4 major criteria. Same thing, like what are the different types of analytics. First one is the descriptive analytics. What happened in finance? What happened in the cash flow? Why the cash flows are less? That is the descriptive analytics. Then diagnostic analytics. Why did it happen? Why we are unable to pay cash on time? That is the diagnostic analysis. Then predictive analytics. What will be our working capital in future? That is the predictive analytics. Then prescriptive analytics. If you want to increase the working capital needs, what we have to do? Or if you need more working capital, what are all the sources of financing? These are all some of the examples of the analytics used in finance. This fintech firm nicely identified all those things, and each and every fintech firm is having its own USP, and they are nicely using that one to achieve their customer satisfaction goal. Coming to the different types of fintechs, you can see in case of fintechs, now after the Reserve Bank of India regulations, it is mostly growing, and you can see the USP of all the fintech firms. It is only the analytics. For each and every firms, they created their own analytics. That is why they are said to be successful. Let us see what are all the different types of analytics used by these fintech firms. Let us first consider an example of the very big organization in India. I think everybody know they are using Paytm. What type of analytics used in the Paytm? You can see they are using the descriptive analytics, especially for the accounts payables and receivables. It clearly manages the individual accounts receivables and individual payables, where the customers are paying, why they are paying, for which purpose they are paying, and how they are paying. That is also important. This Paytm is having a nice analytics to create an expense statement of the each and every individual. Then based upon that, it is going to give the predictive method to the customer for which purpose they are paying the money, how much they are spending for retail purpose, how much they are investing. A big personal finance classification is known by the Paytm, because now the digital currency is introduced and still most of them are using the Paytm in India. That is the concept of Paytm. Another one, the second biggest organization in India, that is the Fintech firm, is Razorpay. Its USP is diagnostic analytics, especially for credit rating. If you provide loan to a particular person, whether he is able to repay the loan and what is his CIBIL score, how we can identify the repaying capacity of a customer, that is the diagnostic analytics used by the Razorpay. That is why you can see they used to clearly mention how much loan you can borrow, how to borrow, how easily you can borrow, and whether you are having the repayment capacity. That is used by the Razorpay. Coming to the another organization, they are using the same prescriptive analytics. Same Razorpay, they are using same method, but this is uniqueness for the Upstox company. This Upstox firm is using the capital market analytics. They are giving suggestion on the return on investments if you are investing in shares, debentures, or any type of securities. That is the USP of the Upstox, and they are mainly considered with the investment analytics. This coming under the prescriptive. They are suggesting to the investors based upon their analytics score, based upon their investment decision on return on investments. They are giving suggestion to the customers. And decision making is of course with the customers, but they are using the analytics for that one. Another organization, let us consider the example of Cred. Cred is having separate app as usual, but they are very much concerned with the reward points of the customers. We used to call it as prescriptive analytics. If the customers are using in a particular retail store, they will add the reward points. They are very good in creating a good relationship with the retailing units. And based upon their agreements with the retailing units, they are providing the method to pay. Even the discounts are provided by these type of organizations if you are using these cards. And they are very much special about the discounted price. How they are managing the discounted price, that is the USP. If you are using their card, some discount will be available in some of the retailing units, or if you are using in online channels. That is the USP of this Credo. Also in case of the Credo, they are very good in simulating the discounted price with their partners. Partners in the sense their retailing units. They may have a link with more than 50 retailing units, which is coming under the organized sector, as well as in the online marketing. And if you get the rewards, you will get the discount. But the secret of awarding the rewards is their core aim. That is the USP of this organization. Nicely they are creating that one. How they are managing the discounted price with the actual price. That is their USP. For that purpose, they are using number of analytics, especially in case of how to fix the price bundling. They are using different simulations for that purpose. Even very good example is Monte Carlo simulations. And based upon the simulations, they clearly knows how much discount we can give. That is the USP of that organization. Coming to the ET money, that is from the Economic Times. They are also very famous in the investment analytics, that is the prescriptive analytics. But here, they are very good in portfolio, and they are using number of methods for simulating the portfolio returns, even value at risk. Very good example. Then how we can identify the beta value, based upon that where we can invest. They are very good in that one. They are calculating immediately all the value at risk, then maximum return on investments by simulating the past events as well as with the current events. Their simulation with the econometric software is yielding nice result for them in case of portfolio suggestion. They are very good in portfolio suggestion, and their analytics is mainly concerned with the prescriptive method. Coming to the InstaMojo, they are very good in selling online. It is also coming under the descriptive analytics, and they are very good in customer relationship management. When the customer will buy, how he will buy, on which retail store they will buy, when they are buying, how much they are ready to pay, and how we can engage the customer. All these are all integrated by this InstaMojo, and their analytics is predictive analytics. Also, they are using based upon the customer. They clearly find out who are all the customer leads, who are all the influencer, how to identify the customer churn. And coming in the finance side, based upon the input they are receiving from the marketing analytics, they are planning how much cash inflows and outflows we can do, how we can match the cash inflows and outflows. They are very good in that one. The analytics is mainly focused on the tool that the estimation through different econometrics modeling. Coming to the MobiKwik, they are very good in cash flow optimization. They are diagnostic analytics. Cash flow optimization means how much cash a person needs, how he is expanding, what is the maximum level a customer can spend. Since they are calculating customer lifetime value, based upon that, they created a stochastic programming model to find out the optimum level of payment of a customer, so that they wish to grab maximum expenses of the customers where they are paying, how the payments are made. So how maximum we can utilize the customer payment system. That is the USB of the MobiKwik. Then very interesting one, everybody knows about this thing, Policy Bazaar. Of course, Policy Bazaar is very famous in all the finance analytics, but they are having some USP under the prescriptive analytics, especially collaborative filtering in insurance sector. Insurance analytics is nicely done by these people. They clearly know what is the total premium payable. They are using the actuarial valuation method to find out the premium. And very important thing, if you are paying this much of premium, what will be your returns? What will be your insured amount? They are very good in that one. And they are using different methods of simulation to find out the premium also. They are very good in filtering, that is, we used to call it as collaborative filtering. That is based upon the customer age for insurance, based upon the diseases the customer is having, based upon the income level the customer is having. They used to filter the customer and clearly fit how much insurance premium he can pay. Based upon that, what type of decision an insurer can take. So that is the USP of the Policy Bazaar. Then another interesting thing is the lending cart, and they are very good in portfolio lending. Portfolio lending means a consortium lending. If they are not having money, they need not worry. The lending will be taken from different financiers, maybe banks or from individuals. A group of persons can be identified, and from them they are ready to provide lending. And their lending is based upon the analytics that how the customer will get out of the money, that is the maximum loss. A customer will lose, in a reverse side, what is the maximum gain the person can gain. Both things they used to map in the lending card. They are very famous in that one, and their portfolio is concerned with even the time value of money. They created a nice platform for that. Coming to the next one, that is the Zerdo. Zerdo is an organization which they are very famous in streaming the market data for forecasting, that is predictive analytics. How we can easily forecast the selling price of the shares, what will be the share price in future, especially for the derivative segments. They are using optimal modeling for finding out the share price in future, which we can use for the derivative segments, and they are very famous in derivatives. That is the advantage of this Zerdo. Then another organization, ACO, they are doing number of services, but they are also uniqueness in insurance analytics, and especially in case of integrating the data source. If you want to get the insurance from the ACO, they immediately issue the insurance policy. Even if you are going for a traffic police and you are caught by the traffic police, before they are fining, you can pay and get the insurance certificate for your vehicle. And they know once you type your vehicle number, they know clearly when the insurance comes to an end, how much you have to pay. Everything they will tell immediately. They are very famous for integrating the data and getting back the data. We used to call it as data retrieval. That is the USP of the ACO. Coming to the PayU, I think very interesting thing. Now it is an upcoming one. They are very famous in networking with all the people, especially banking sector, financial and service industry sector. They are integrating these two people. If you use the card of a particular bank, what are all the advantages? What are the reward points we get? Where we can use? All these things, they are very famous. And their brand is grow more, do more, and be more. That is, they used to create a network among different peoples. So these are all the few examples of analytics used in the fintech firms. Also, you can see One World, One Platform. This is another investment analytics fund Accel. They are also providing the investment analytics. Then Easy Loan, once again, the loan amortization system. They are very good in loan amortization. So after going through all these fintech firms, we clearly understood that the analytics is the core USP of the fintech firms. The payment and receivable managements are focused by the fintech firms, and they are mostly concerned with the cash inflows and outflows. They are estimating the cash inflows and outflows. Most of the analytics, they are using two theories. One is Markovian model, another one is Monte Carlo model. That is the very famous with these fintech firms. So as a conclusion, you must know what is the concept of analytics used by the fintech firm, then which analytics is very common, and what type of tools they are using. Based upon that, you have to go through the concepts based upon the analytics used in the fintech firms. So, as we are coming to the conclusion of the fintech USP, it is very clear that the fintech firm are exploring new analytical concept to engage the customers. Hence, we can even say that even though they are specialized in finance, they are integrating the customers, especially the investors, and making them to spend their money in an optimum manner. With this, we will conclude this one. Thank you. We'll discuss the next topic in the upcoming video. Thank you.